Öresund Bridge was built in the year 2000 to connect the two countries. And the bridge ahead of us, also called the Kissing Bridge. You can give the person sitting next to you a kiss if you'd like. It's one big fiasco, really. The bridge was built over 10 years ago, and it's still under renovation because it keeps, well, they keep fucking it up, really. The biggest mistake was probably when they started building. They started building from the left-hand side, and they started building from the right-hand side. And they built and they built and they built, and then the ends never met in the middle. There was around 1.5 meters in between, which some might say is unfortunate for a bridge. And so they had to start again, which I'm happy that they did, because it connects such important parts of the city. So once we're done with the tour, you could just walk down Nyhavn, which is where we started, cross the bridge, and then you're in Christianshavn, which was the part inspired by Amsterdam. And that little tour was a lot more difficult before this lovely bridge was built. Constructions in the world. The roof is the size of 3 football fields. It doesn't look all that big from here, but it's huge. And every summer there's a competition of people jumping down from the roof into the ocean, hosted by Red Bull. And it's around 30 meters, I think. But I just learned that the real challenge isn't the jump, but that the water here is only 2 meters deep, and so the landing is the tricky part. big grey building with smoke coming out of it over there is the attempt of the Danes to make up for the fact that they don't have any mountains. Bless them, they try their best. The building is a garbage incineration plant, but it doesn't only look like a mountain, but it actually functions as one. And so on the other side of the building there's a ski slope where you can go skiing and you can go hiking, and on the side that we're seeing you can climb up on it. And there's a restaurant on top, just like there would be. And we, being Austrian, I quite appreciate the lengths they're going to bring some mountain landscape into this flat country. Here on our right-hand side we have a military area. If you look straight ahead, there's that big grey Navy ship with F352 written on it, which was the pride and joy of the Danish Navy until one warm summer day in 1982, where it accidentally fired a missile into a Danish holiday area. One of our captains was on board of the ship when it happened, and I asked him about it, and he told me that he was quite good friends with the captain, and that the captain's mother-in-law lived in that holiday area, so he does not think that it was quite so accidental. Luckily no one was hurt, and so it's all good, and the ship has now been made into a museum for obvious safety reasons. I don't know how long you guys have been in Denmark yet, but you might have, seen the interesting relationship that the Danes have with their flag. You might have been greeted by flags at the airport, or they put it on the Christmas tree and on in the birthday cakes. It's quite wild if they did that in Austria. But in Denmark that's normal, and so logically here at this military base called Battery Sixtus, there's a cannon salute fired every day, twice a day, in honor of the Danish flag. We're now doing a little detour, it seems, so you guys can see all the nice houseboats and look into other people's living rooms, which is always fun.
here.